So Rohit and I, my husband and I, just went and saw the movie Companion, and it's basically it looks like it's about an AI or like a robot basically that's got artificial intelligence. It looks very human. But I was like, sure, what the hell? Why not? Let's go see it. It got high ratings and reviews and so on. I was expecting it to be kind of unrelated to everything else and just something fun to do. Anyway, as we went to the theater, I had because I was speaking my truth earlier when I met a friend. I was sharing what was happening for me and all my insights and everything, and I started feeling increasing kind of knots or tightness in the back of my neck. And then what I noticed was the more I spoke my truth and the insight that I was getting, especially in my throat chakra, or fifth chakra, which is your voice, I started feeling like some releases of liquid from probably releasing sankharas in my throat. I started having to clear my throat. I started feeling tightness in the back of my neck, and I desperately wanted to move. Like my subconscious, my higher self wanted to start moving me to release those sankharas from my system. So when I got in the car and when I got home and we headed to the theater, I was still like moving, and I looked and felt kind of like a robot, like I was being moved, in non-linear fashions to like release all the knots, and I was releasing them. They were like, so I was thinking my theory might be true. And I'm like, it's kind of weird. It's like, because my subconscious kicked in, it's moving me. I'm like a puppet or a robot that's being controlled almost, like is how I was kind of feeling a little bit. And it's like this higher self is far more intelligent and knows how to release it most effectively and efficiently. That's what I learned in Vipassana. So why try to control and do it myself? I'm a sub-intelligence to that higher self. Anyways, we watch this movie. It's about robots that are very, intelligent. They're artificial intelligence, and they don't know that they're robots. And they have emotions and sensations, and they have programming and conditioning that makes them like behave in certain ways that are predictable or whatever. They have memories that are programmed in, so then they act in certain ways in accordance with those memories. So basically, all of a sudden in the middle of the movie, what occurred to me, what's going on, Baloo? What's going on? Come on up. What occurred to me in the middle of the movie, or maybe towards the end of the movie, was like she's told she's a robot, and then I'm not gonna give the movie away, but basically you start to see what happens and their desire for like self-preservation and when they're given like self-control and so on. But suddenly it occurred to me, my hypothesis is that when people are only in their left brains, they shut down connection to the body, emotion, sensation, right? It's unprofessional to be emotional. We ignore emotion, we ignore sensation, we disconnect from our bodies. We're mostly living from our left brain dominant. And I think in that world, we're basically like robots. We're like this sub-intelligence that's disconnected from its source, which comes from the right brain and the body and the subconscious. And we have conditioning and programming, and we're like operating from that conditioning and programming. And we don't realize. And it's only when you and then they tell us, like my husband was quoting like Kahneman's book and how the subconscious can't be trusted. And I was like, maybe that's why they don't want us to tune into the subconscious, or tune into emotion sensation. Because if you do that, which is what I did, you discover this greater intelligence. It's subconscious and conscious that we're connected to that's far greater intelligence than just our left brain dominant disconnected version. And we can get out of the game, the matrix, the rat race. We can stop feeling the misery. We can start finding joy, happiness, peace. Get out of the game. Realize that it's a game. And every life we come in, we take on a new costume, literally like robots. This is blowing my mind right now. Anyway, put it out there. I'm going to keep chewing on it. But what I think is happening is the veils are being removed. As I heal the sankharas, as I remove them from my system, more cells become part of the whole. So the higher self is able to be more present in my system, more dominant. Where I'm becoming, there are not as many other conflicting voices or views, perspectives. These habit patterns or traumas are slowly leaving my system. And I have a greater collective intelligence, and I'm starting to see reality for what it is. So the veils are being removed. I'm getting into what Barbara Brennan would call higher sense perception. So I'm moving up the levels. I'm being shown how things actually work. It's crazy.